Right, great. Okay, I'd like to just welcome you all to the presentation for my Real Estate Advisor, working with Property in a Box and working with AMD Finance Solutions. My name's Chris Blockish. I'm the Managing Director of Property in a Box, and I'm just going to be covering off a little bit of who we are and what we do. But I think just before I even do that, Guy, it'd be a good idea if you just give us a bit of an overview of your offering, your difference, and then once you've done that, then I can sort of go into who we are and what we do, and we can all operate from there.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, cool. Well, hello, my name is Guy from My Real Estate Advisor. We work with Chris, obviously, from Property in a Box, and we also work with EXP Australia, which is new into Australia at the beginning of this year in January 2020. So the reason we work with both is a couple of years ago I was working as a business development manager, and I was approached by a group of builders to start having contracts and selling properties off the plan. And really what I started to do was partner up with other people and other businesses and things like that. And one of the main things in real estate I found when I first started was the hardest part was getting the listings to kick off with. So the reason why I started to go towards working with builders and developers direct was that cuts that process out of the whole being a real estate agent. So instead of you having to knock on doors and cold call and all that kind of thing, if you're working with a developer and they say, okay, I'm building 20 townhouses in this area, can you help me sell them? You've got listings then to sell. The other thing as well is the commission rate is normally higher with new properties, so there's a good incentive there to work hard and to sell properties that you've got available off the plan and things like that. So it was a combination of reasons. So I saw there was an issue with the way that real estate, the industry is. It's very old school. There's a lot of knocking on doors and cold calling and flyers and all that sort of leafleting stuff. And I found that it's pretty primitive. You spend almost 90% of your time trying to find stock, and then the rest of the time is selling it. But if you've already got the stock to sell, then that alleviates that problem. And the reason I joined EXP was because EXP has got a model built into their system where you can build a team. They've got a much higher rate of commission. They've got all the latest cutting edge technology, so somebody can work from home. It's got a virtual office, all that kind of thing. So I thought those two things coupled together, having contracts with builders and working with a company like Property in a Box, have access to listings across Australia. I could build a team up very quickly. I could work with EXP for normal residential listings as well, and put the two things together and offer a much better service, and also connecting with a finance company as well to make sure that you don't lose out on any business that you might potentially lose out on because of people, first-time buyers, people like that always tend to have issues sometimes with getting finance approved and things like that. So I've tried to alleviate every problem that I can see with the industry. So there's no more door knocking, there's no more cold calling. People that work with me, they're welcome to do door knocking and cold calling if they really want to. But I've tried to build a database up and work with as many developers and builders and people and network with as many people as possible. So that's not really necessary anymore. It's more about advertising on social media, bringing leads in, following up those leads, making sure they're qualified, and then closing the deal at the end of the day. So I'm trying to work with my fellow EXP agents to help them mentor new people into the industry. So they've done 12 months and then they can join EXP, but also give them stock to sell in the interim as well, so they can get used to selling and the whole process from end to end. So that's the reason why, those two things are coupled together. And obviously we offer all the bells and whistles that we can, like all access to all the different things that an agent needs, like RP data and CRM systems and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I try to make sure that a person can work from home, or they've got a display home they can work from. They've got all the bells and whistles that they need. They've got backup, they've got mentoring on offer, and the person can be successful in their own right and build their own business as well, and build their own team eventually if that's what they want to do. So, because ultimately in real estate, the person that tends to make the money is the person that owns their own business. The principal is the person that makes the money. So if you can become the principal very quickly, and you can get yourself set up with less overheads, like you can work from home and things like that, then that just, like I say, alleviates that particular issue of trying to build yourself up to becoming a principal or a business owner. It cuts that middleman out. It improves the time in which it takes you to go from, nothing to something big in a nutshell. Because that's basically what normally happens. It normally takes a normal real estate agent at least a good 10 years to get anywhere before they're recognised. So that's the reason why I've set up the company the way it's set up, and there's a couple of other little add-ons that the business does for people that are in financial difficulty and things like that. We do a product called DIY property sales, but that's by the by. The main focus is selling brand new properties across Australia. So yeah, I'll hand it back to you now, Chris, mate. I think I've covered off pretty much what we do.